when you start sketchnoting, and even after a while of sketchnoting, you'll probably develop a few go-to lettering styles. That's really good because it means that you have some fonts that you can pull out of the hand, that you know what to do, you don't have to think about it so much, so that you can be present in the moment listening to the content in a live sketchnote. However, it can also lead to a plateau where you're using the same styles again and again, even if they're not that relevant for the content, even if they don't match it as much. So in this sketchnote challenge, we're going to explore some other lettering styles by taking one word and doing it in many different versions. And that's going to help us to be more prepared when in the moment, have some other ideas that we could pull from, we can use, and also get us being a bit creative and thinking as well. And it should be just good fun. So let's dive into it. So on the screen, I've got up my little icon, and we're going to start off with the most basic style that we could do. And we'll just go right down, just a very basic one line, hello. And in today's video, I'm using concepts. I'm trying this one out this time. So there you can see, got hello, simple, one line, easy, basic. It actually seems to be a bit off angle. So maybe I'll just try and turn this around a bit, rotate it so it's straight there. Okay, which will come in handy for the next ones. So single lines with hello. Next one we're going to do is a very basic, easy one, which is just doubling the line. Now this is really useful for just adding some extra thickness, adding some extra weight. And if we add extra thickness and extra weight, then it will help it to stand out and show that this is more important than other text. So there, double line, very simple. And the nice thing about a double line is you can fill it in later. Oops, that went a bit wrong. You can fill it in later. Or you can have these kind of little white marks that you can see there. We can zoom in, little blank parts there, which add this extra kind of sketchy style to the letters, which gives it a more distinct theme. So there we go. Now let's go on to doing, you've guessed it, 3. It's kind of like a razor blade. When in doubt, just add another one on, and it makes it even thicker. We need one more there. 1, 2, 3. And personally, I think the 3 style is the best for these little white bits because they just seem to come in naturally. You can just okay, I'm actually doing another one there. Okay, and then we could tidy it up a bit. Oops, tie it up a bit and add some more details there. So now that's just starting with some very basic styles. Now let's try going out a bit broader. Let's do a well, we could outline instead of filling in, and this gives a different feel. It's more spacious compared to the previous ones we've done. Okay, that's given us a very different style. Now let's, to save time, I'm just gonna duplicate this. I think I am at least. Okay, and then pull it down. Cool. And I'm gonna go drop a layer. And I've picked up a pencil tool now. And I'm just gonna add a bit of shading underneath. Just adds a bit of kind of a depth effect. Gives it a little bit of style. And obviously, you know, it's great to touch up the depth at the bottom so it feels like it's kind of going through transition to the bottom. And that's a very different style from the first one. Let's actually go back to that top one. Let's try another style for it. Duplicate and bring this one down. Again, dropping a layer. and I'm going to use a different tool. I'm going to change to a fill because I'm lazy. I'm just going to change color to one of my favorite accents, orange. So now I could just fill in the letters. Again, adding color helps it to stand out more. Just very simple idea. Whoops, maybe I need to cut some part. Whoa, wrong layer. How'd that happen? I'll just change that to. So there we go. So now I've got a couple of different samples using that same style, but these are all quite blocky. What if we change it to be more like a bubble rather than this kind of blocky style? Now it's a bit more fun, a bit more interesting. So let's try again. Oops. A bit more playful, and we could even kind of add above a few little bubble effects to make it seem a bit more like it's coming off the page. Oops. Coming off the page a bit. Could do with a smaller pen for these effects, I guess. Handy to have in a bag. So there you go, a little bit of a kind of bubble effect there. Now let's try, but I'm not perfectly happy with that bubble effect. I think I could do a better one. What if the bubbles overlap? Right, let's make it. Okay. Let's make it really bubbly. Okay, so what if a letter is coming out from behind? Yeah. Oh, this will be a bit tricky. And this one. So again, we've got a different feel between our bubbles there. Now let's try going for something a bit different than a bubble. Let's go for more like a calligraphy style. We can do the kind of monoline style, monoline cursive, which looks great. Very different style. What about if we do it again? This time we turn it into a kind of fake heavy style. Could clean up some of the lines as well by doing this. Some of the ones that didn't come out quite as well. Yeah, so that's, again, a bit more refined perhaps. Quite a different one. What if we went really crazy? What if we tried to do some fake black letter with this one? So, we need to do something like this. That's too sharp. Oops. Okay. 2-finger tap, it is great on concepts. Come on, stay open. So that's not perfect at all, but it's a kind of style. The E is really terrible. Maybe we can just update you very quickly. It's been a while since I've done any black letter stuff. But there we go, that could be a different style that we could work on, that we could improve on. But I think my favourite style when it comes to words is one where we actually have an idea connected with the word in the word. So for hello, how can we show the idea of hello, of welcoming? And that's what I really like to do in stuff like this. And I think we could do that by having a person who's just waving. Then have them, whoops, that went a bit off. Getting a bit off. Get a bit closer to do this right. Have them within the word. Maybe I can just do some details there. So there we go, we've got a hello. O's a bit off, probably should have started with the O. But now we're showing the concept, showing the idea within the word. I think that would be really cool for a title, for the main part that we would have on our notes. And in my mind, that's the most interesting of these ones. Perhaps there's another way we could show hello as well. Let's just see. Hello icon. Yeah. Okay. As well. So, for example, oh, whoops, I changed pen by accident. For example, again, we can do word. Maybe the O this time. Okay. Actually, let's undo that. Maybe this time the O is actually a speech bubble from someone. And they're saying the word hello. Could be one. Or perhaps we could have just the whole thing in speech bubble. If we use the fill tool, I'd actually rather have that as complete black. Let's undo that. Let's change you to black or dark grey. Maybe I should have used the fill tool first. And then on top, let's just go for a white. Maybe we can use style. Whoops. There we go. So there's some other ideas. I think we're starting to get into an area where it's far more interesting than just doing a fancy font, where we're showing the idea where we're combining both a visual and a verbal element. So there you go, simple challenge. Give it a try, pick a word. You could use hello, you could use a different one. Start with some simple ones to get the ball rolling, then try some more adventurous, and finally try some of those where you're combining elements with of icons with the words as well. See you. If you've liked this video, I'd love you to subscribe so that you can get more sketchnoting note. If you've liked this video, I'd love you to subscribe so you can get more visual learning, visual note-taking tips and how to use them to help your knowledge management system as well. I'll see you in the next one.